Israeli military is all set to enter Gaza. This marks another phase in its war against Hamas, which began after the terror outfit launched a bloody attack on Israeli civilians on the 7th of October. Over 1,300 Israelis were killed by Hamas. The scale of the attack and the atrocities inflicted by this terror outfit has left Israel with no option but to launch an all-out ground offensive. Now, urban warfare is among the most difficult forms of combat. Attackers have to target the enemy even as they hide among civilians, buildings become bunkers, and it becomes difficult to concentrate forces to attack. In Israel's case, the fact that Hamas has over 100 civilians and some soldiers as hostages and potential human shields complicates its military operations even more.
Any built-up area, whether Gaza or anywhere else, you see, the built-up area, they favor the defender. All right, each and every house can be converted into a fortress, and to clear each house, you requires a lot of troops. That is number one, and there will be very heavy casualties. You see, all these houses, where means when you want to get inside a built-up area, you have to follow a road or some axis. And any house which is covering this with fire, it becomes very difficult to move forward.
The amount of civilians kidnapped by Hamas and taken captivity now as human shields into Gaza is astounding. We're still trying to get a clear understanding of the numbers. It's at least 100, maybe 150. Many of them are foreign nationals as well, including from Thailand and from Nepal. And from Europe. Children, little babies are being held in cages now. They're ripped from their families, elderly people. This is something that we've never had to deal with. It's not exactly clear if this is something new on Hamas's part. I think Hamas was stunned to some extent by the amount of success that they had in breaking through the Israeli barriers and being able to run in a murderous rampage in Israeli communities for a good few hours before Israeli security forces could really figure out what was happening and mobilize. And the few security forces that were on the ground and armed civilians did their best. Unfortunately, most of them were killed, did their best to try to hold back these gunmen.
What is the center of gravity, where exactly they want to reach inside the built-up area, and what does it involve? Number of houses that have to be cleared, the kind of obstacles which are going to be there, they have to be cleared. And he has to have that kind of weapon systems and also the number of troops to do that. Because it is not only clearance of the house, which itself is a troop consuming. All right. Once you have captured a house, you have to hold it. In case you do not hold it, you will find militants, they will come and occupy it, and they are going to come and sit behind you, create more problems for you. So it is, as far as troops to task is concerned, you require very heavy force for all this. It's a very difficult operation.
Israel has launched its forces against cities twice before. In 1982, it attacked the Palestinian Liberation Organization in southern Lebanon. Israeli forces remained deployed there until 2000. In 2006, the Israeli army re-entered southern Lebanon after Hezbollah targeted Israeli civilians and fired rockets into northern Israel. Both deployments in 1982 and 2006 were inconclusive. But in 2023, Israel is going in again with a clear purpose to ensure Hamas never launches a terror strike of the kind it did on the 7th of October.